then we can try to ask about using the lab. But it's okay, this subject, it's okay to conduct online. Okay, so without further ado, let me explain the RPP first. So this program, this course name is computer programming. Ah, Shazrin is here. Finally. Wait, so Shazrin is here. I already opened it, but where is it? So Shazrin is here. So only one more is not here.
Yes, I'm here, Doctor.
Okay. Only Fakrullah is not here. Later I will going to find him. Okay, so let we continue to our topic today. RPP chapter 1, and if possible we will go to chapter 3. Okay. And then course code is Bfc20802. The 2 behind here means the 2 credit hours. So this subject is 2 credit hours, no final. You will only have test 1 and test 2. No final, and then I will later go through the mark distributions. Okay. So for this subject, where too many things clicking up. Okay, it's teaching by me, Dr. Nicholas Anteng, Dr. Noli, Dr. Nizam, Dr. Sharuniza, and the coordinator, Dr. Siti Razia. Okay, and then every week we will have 3 credit hours, including 1 hour's lecture, 2 hours of laboratory. Normally we will not spend that long, but then if some of you might do the coding a little bit slowly, so I will wait and then until everyone finish. Okay, so the course learning outcome, okay, we have 3 CLO. CL1 is infer the problems solving logic into a program using programming language, and organize and solve the problems systematically using the structured logic approach. And number 3 is integrate individual simple medium program using programming language. So we have 1, 2, 3 CLO. Okay, so this one I already uploaded, you can check it. And for chapter 1, okay, we have introduction to computer and programming. This is just theory. Okay, just spend a little bit time to explain to you, and then you can go through the slide. Also, I have prepared the videos of YouTube in YouTube, and then I already attached the link. But then for some of the programming, I was using the previous. Now we are using Jupyter. Previously, we were using the Win IDE, but both are just the tools. And if you want to go through some tutorials and some revisions, you can go to my YouTube video. It's just the medium, just the software is different, but the basic is the same. Okay, so for chapter 1 today, we will cover the theory of computer system architecture, hardware and software, computer operations, machine language and programming language. Chapter 2, algorithm design. This one I will teach, I will drag it to chapter 3. Okay, I will teach after chapter 3 means. So chapter 2 is you need to hand sketch the flow chart. Okay, means like, let's say you from starting to end, how a program, step by step, you need to sketch it out. Okay, or either you're using flow chart and either using pseudocode. So this one will take also 1 week. I plan if we're able to finish chapter 1 and chapter 3 today, then we can go to chapter 2 next week, or else we need to go the week after. And then chapter 3 is the very basic of integrated design environment. This one we will go to very surface of the programming, and then I will explain to you briefly. And then we will also know what is the error and debug problems in the program. So this is chapter 3. Chapter 4 is huge. Okay, so it's programming elements. So the programming elements, every element we will go through deeply, like the variables, keywords, data types, input statement, output statement, expression, operators. And then chapter 5 is selection control structure. Okay, so for this will be 2 weeks. Then we will have Boolean expression and values, one-way selections, two-way selections, multi-way selection, and nested conditions. Chapter 6 will be repetition control structure. You have the repetition loops. Okay, so you use while and for loops. And also we will learn the jump statement. And then chapter 7 will be function. This one we will just go through the surface, like modular programming, user-defined functions, calling functions, code modularizations. And chapter 8 will be data processing library. Okay, this one also we will go through briefly for the third-party library like pandas and so on. Data preparation and processing and output visualizations. So total will be 8 chapters, and normally we can finish before the week 14 for all chapters. And for the test, we will have test 1 and test 2. Okay, so for test 1, it will be from chapter 1 until chapter 4, until the sequential statement. And test 2 will be codings, and it will be test until chapter 6 repetition. So this is the test for test 1 and test 2. Test 1 until chapter 4 and test 2 until chapter 6. Okay, so this one, don't worry, I will, if you forgot, you can ask me again when I tell you when is the test date, when the test is near. So as you know, the test date, I think I already told in the Google Classroom and also Otter. Okay, so the test 1 is on 20 May 2021, Thursday, 8 to 9:30 p.m. And test 2 will be 24th June, also Thursday, 8 to 9:30 p.m. So test 1 is actually on week, wait, let me see, 20 May. 20 May is on week 9, after your semester break. For our class, unfortunately, we have too many holidays on Tuesday, right? Because this 13th April is Awal Muharram, the first day of fasting. So it's going to be on holiday again. If we are not able to catch up, then we need to have a replacement class. If I try not to, but let's see how. And test 2 is on 24th June. So you note down. If you forgot and then not coming to the test, not attend the test online, then you will get 0. Test 2 is on 24th June, being the week 14. 24th June, yes, week 14. Okay. So this is the date. You have to save the date, and it is available in the Google Classroom. So we get back to the RPP. And quiz, normally I will give 2 quizzes. So total percent is 5. So each quiz is 2.5 and 2.5. So assignments, I will give you from time to time, and it will be a lot. And once you submit, I will give you marks. I won't deduct your marks even you got the wrong answer, but you have to submit. Okay, because assignments is for you to practice. So I count when you submit. And project is the most important and most killing one. So during last semester, many students, they got a very excellent result. Also, many students, they got very bad result. So how much efforts you put into the project, it will play very important roles. Okay, so I cannot deny that sometimes we are very strict towards the project, especially I will be very strict towards the project because it's 60 marks. Your total marks is 100, test is 30, quiz is 5, assignment is 5, but the project is 60. So for 60 marks, you cannot expect me to let you get the 60 marks so easy with a very simple project that not up to the standard of a project. If you want to get good marks, you need to do a very good project. If you want to just pass this subject with a D or C, maybe you can play around, but you know what you will get after the things finish, after I mark everything. Okay, so this is it. And then the books, you can refer to this is the module that I post about, do you want to buy in the Telegram. And this book is written by Dr. Nicholas Andeng and Dr. Alvin John Lim Ming Xiang. It's up to you want to buy or not. The other paksa rela. It's up to you, not compulsory. And this is informative also. And if you don't want to buy this, don't worry. Every week the notes, the PowerPoint I do, I will convert to PDF and give it to you guys. So this one is up to you, want to buy or not. Okay. If you want to buy, you place the order and then it will be handled by Dr. Nicholas, not me. Yeah. Okay. So any questions for the RPP? Any questions for the RPP? No questions?
No.
Okay, no questions, then I will go to the installation guide. May I know any of you not yet installed this software? The Jupyter software? You can raise up your hand if you haven't submit yet, if you haven't installed yet. You can raise up the hand, raise hands. 1, 2, again, any more? One, two. So far two, the rest already. So while you need to, today I will not go for so difficult parts. Okay, but I expect next week you must done with the installation guide that I provided. It's easy. Okay, if other students can do it, so you can do it also, because I already remind many times to get it done before anything. Okay, so you can go through it. If you can do it now, also better, because I will start from the chapter 1 first. Today I will cover until chapter 3. Okay, because the chapter 1 is just easy, just a little bit of theories. And then chapter 2 will be, chapter 3 will be very basic about the program. We just do very basic one, but it's still better if you can get it downloaded lah. Or else you might do some revision later by yourself. Okay, so without further ado, can I start the class of today from chapter 1?
Yes, Doctor.
Yes, so wait.
Yes, Doctor.
Let me press on it first. I need to do something. Petang-petang, don't be sleepy, ya.
Cuba.
Okay, wait. Okay, so for this subject, okay, so my name is Dr. Goh Wan Inn. You can call me Dr. Goh. Okay, remember my name, okay? And then if you want to see me, actually I'm now work from home, but if you want to see me, please make early appointment with me, so I will go to university. Okay, but then you can always in Telegram you can personally Telegram me, no problem, I will answer it. Okay, so this is my email if you have anything. So this chapter 1 is, oh wait, kenapa dia ada suara ni? Wait. Wait, I haven't cleared the. I hope you guys will not being signed out during the class from the internet. Let me take a drink before I start talking. I have class this morning also, so my voice is getting slower and slower. Okay, so this chapter is Introduction to Computer and Programming, just very basic theory. So what is computer? Computer is an electronic device operating under the control of instructions stored in its own memory. So basically you will have the hardware and also the software. So hardware, you know, like you need to have keyboard, CPU. Okay, software is like the software you install in the computer, and also the application software and so on. Later we'll have two types, you know. So why program? So computer is programmable machines designed to follow the instructions. And programs is an instruction in computer memory to make it do something. Okay? So computer is a programmable machine, and programs is the instruction inside the computer memory to make it do something. And programmer is the person who write the instruction. Okay, so programmer write the instructions, which is called program, and the program will make the computer do the job. So type of computer, you have personal computer, you have mobile computer, mobile device, game consoles, servers, mainframes, supercomputers, embedded computers. Okay, and then a computer components including the input device, output device. Input device, you have what? You have keyboards, okay? You have the mouse, that giving input in the computer, okay? And then the computer itself, you will have the CPU, which is stand for Central Processing Unit, okay? With the main memories. And then you will have output. Output, it can be screen, it can be printing out the result and so on. And secondary storage device like hard disk, USB, okay, that is secondary storage device. Okay, so the architecture of a typical computer usually consists of system unit, which is the CPU. The power of the system computer, it consists of ALU and control unit. And main memory, it will become the RAM and the ROM. Okay, stores information to be processed or instruct on how to process information. Okay, and then secondary storage will be like hard disk and so on. Okay, and then peripherals device including two type, which is the input device. As I said, is keyboard, mouse, okay, laser pointer, digital pens, Chin Wing Hong. Okay, output device, monitors, LCD screen, printers, speakers, okay, giving you output. So you remember those input and output device. Okay, communication device enable a computer to send and receive data, instructions, and informations. Okay, so some reference books shows the basic components of typical computer system is CPU, main memory, secondary memory, storage device, input device, and output device. Okay, so you can see this is a basic hardware components are as explained. You can have the input, output, CPU, and secondary. Okay. So CPU comprised of control unit, retrieve and decodes program instructions, coordinates activities of all other parts of computers, arithmetic and logic units, okay, hardware optimized for high-speed numeric calculations, hardware designed for true, false, yes, no decision. Arithmetic and logic unit, we will explain it in chapter 4. Okay, memory is volatile and main memory is erased when computer terminates or computer is turned off. So also called random access memory. The RAM organized as follows. The bits is smallest piece of memory has value 0, or for false, or 1 is on or true. 0 is false and 1 is true. Okay, byte add consecutive bytes. Bytes have addresses. So this is the example. Okay, each byte in memory is identified by a unique number known as the address. So you will have the address for each byte. This is just theory. Don't worry, you don't feel sleepy. So later we will go for the program after the theory. So secondary storage, non-volatile data retained when program is not running or computer is turned off. So comes in a variety of media. Okay, example, this is very old one, the floppy disk, zip disk, hard drive. Okay, CD-ROM. I don't think you saw all this before. But you know the flash drive, the USB, and the hard disk. This is a secondary storage. So the input, input device send information to the computer from outside. Example like keyboard, mouse, scanner, digital camera, microphone, disk drive, and CD-ROM. Output also I explained before. So this is okay. So this is it. So software, as I said, okay, software is divided into two categories, which is a system software and application software. So what do you think about Python? Python is system software or application software? You rasa software apa? Python ni?
System.
Bukan.
Application.
Application software, later you see. So system software is normally supplied by the manufacturer of the computer, consists of utility program and operating aid that facilitate the use and performance of the computer, including the computer operating system. Okay, later, next slide, sabar ya. Related software that manage the system resource, control the operations of the hardware. Okay, application software is designed to perform a specific task, such as a call registration or banking, general purposes like Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, may be acquired by purchasing off the shelf or designing for own purpose. Off the shelf, pre-written and ready to use, or custom-made, written by in-house consulting firm or software house. So this is it. Okay. So system software, you can see that, okay, is operating system managed and controlled by machine language. So for example, you will have Windows, like what we have the Windows. Windows is the system software, or iMac, okay? This is all system software. But that application software is a software that we install in the Windows. For example, like Microsoft Office, okay, C++, C, Visual Basic, Python. This is all computer language lah. Interpreter use the interpreter higher level language to lower language. Okay, so the lower language is like 1001, but the higher language is close to the human being language, like what we're using it in the Python software. Yeah, lompat pula dia. Where is it? Okay. So programs and programming language. So a program is a set of instructions that the computer follows to perform a task. So we start with an algorithm, which is a set of well-defined steps. So chapter 2, you will learn about algorithm, okay? Which means this is still not a program. When you do algorithm means that, for example, you want to calculate a rectangular area. You want to do a program. So for sure, before you do a program, you need to think what you want to have and what value you need. So first, you need to write down the step in a very simple language and easy to understand form. Okay, so let's say you want to start. This is the algorithm to calculate area of rectangular. So at start, the program will show a welcoming message display for the user to mention the program is to be used to calculate area of rectangular. For example, like this, why you need the welcoming message display? Like you go to the ATM, you will see something like the welcoming display, like this is it, the CMB ATM, and then ask you to slot in the card. Isn't it? So this is welcome display. So to tell you what is this program meant for. And then number 2, the program will ask the user to enter the length of the rectangular. So you want to calculate area of rectangular, you must have the length and the height, because a rectangular is length times height, right? Length times height. So you will get the area. So first you ask the user to key in the rectangular. So after you ask the user key in, of course the user will key in, right? So you will get the value of length. And then you will ask the user to key in the height. So the user also will key in the height, follow the program. And then after you get length and height means you already can calculate. So the program will calculate the area of rectangular based on user input. Okay, and then finally the program will display the result of area that being calculated based on the input values. So this is a very simple example for a program. Okay, you need to list down of this. Why? Because when you are doing some coding, it's very difficult and complicated. You cannot simply directly do in the coding. You need to have the plan on the step how you're going to do. So first thing is you need to write down the algorithm, step by step how to do it using our language, not using the programming language. Okay, so class chapter 2, I will explain more about algorithm. Okay, so that one is just an example. So although the previous Algorithms define the step for calculating the area of a rectangle. It is not ready to be executed on the computer. So the computer only executes machine language instruction. So machine language, you need to study the rules, okay? How you need to do it. It's not able to accept all the human being language. We need to follow the rules, okay? So machine language instruction are binary numbers such as 1, 0, 1, 1. Like I said, 0 is false, 1 is true. Okay, rather than writing program in machine language, programmers use programming language. Already programmer have the programming language, like the language of Python lah. Okay, so low level is 0 and 1, and high level is close to the human being language. So for this is the example of C++, the previous program that we use. For example, like this, okay, is close to the human being language. So some well-known high level of programming language, we have ADA, BASIC, Fortran, COBOL, Pascal, C and C++, Java, JavaScript, Python. Python is quite familiar, which is the language that we use in this book. Is a general purpose language created in the 1990s. It has become popular in business and academic applications. And Visual Basic also very popular, but now we only focus on one language. Okay. So from a high-level program to executable files, first you need to create file containing the program with a text editor and run the preprocessor to convert the source file directive to a source code program statement, and run the compiler to convert the source program into machine language, and run linker, let's say you have link anything, to connect hardware-specific code to machine instructions, producing an executable files. Okay, step 1 and step 4 are performed by a single command or button clicks. Error detected at any step will prevent execution of following steps. So you need to make sure there is no error. Every single errors will cause your program not able to run. Okay, so from a high-level language to an executable file is following this 7 step, which is the first source code to preprocessor, and then after that modify the source code, compiler, object code, and linker, then execute code. So basically this is chapter 1 theory. It's just short. So any question for chapter 1? I believe there is no problem for this, right? So now everyone, can you open your Jupyter? You know how to open your Jupyter? Okay, so let me guide you. You already installed the Jupyter, right? So you just search, you go to the one that search, it will come up with Jupyter Notebook. Can everyone see this? Today we just play around with the basic of Jupyter. Don't worry. You click this. Okay, once you click this, it will come up a screen, Jupyter of a black screen like that, and then it will come up this Jupyter Notebook. This one you need to leave it there. Don't touch it. So after that, it will appear with, let me take it out. Then it will appear this. It will show you in your Google Chrome or either Explorer or so on. So I want to make sure everyone is at here before I start the coding.
Wait, Doctor, very late.
It's okay. You open it now. I will wait for you. So once you have done, you can raise your hand so I can see how many of you done. So I repeat, once you already open this home, you raise your hand. Okay, so I can see the progress. This subject, it needs me to check a lot of you like one by one. Okay, so don't worry and make sure you don't skip the class. Every class teaching different things. So there are a few more to go. So we wait and take 5 minutes rest while waiting for the friends. I want to go to toilet also. Okay, so now Farhana, have you able to open it yet?
Dia naik hitam, madam. Dia tak ada tulisan.
Yang ini?
Ya.
Yang ini kan? Oh wait, you don't touch it. Nanti dia akan okay.
Doktor, untuk Jupiter Notebook ni kita nak buka daripada Anaconda ke straight daripada tu?
Anaconda tak perlu pergi Anaconda. You terus search dekat Jupiter ni. You type dekat sini, supposingly dia akan tahu Jupiter sebab you akan install Jupiter kan hari tu daripada Anaconda, right?
Oh, sebab time saya buka Anaconda tu tak ada pun suruh install, dia terus launch je.
Dah launch, you kena mesti masuk dalam yang macam you belum install Wait
Okay. Sebab saya terus launch je, saya tak
when you
pasal
launch Anaconda, dia akan come out Jupiter ni kan hari tu.
Okay.
So you need to install this. You need to launch this. So you launch this, nanti dia akan keluar ni.
Macam mana doktor?
Macam mana?
You hari tu dah install Anaconda belum, everyone?
Anaconda dah install.
Anaconda dah.
And then have you installed this? Click install button at the Jupiter notebook selection.
Sebab yang bila kita download Anaconda kan dia tulis dekat situ launch, tak ada tulis install.
You kena masuk dalam lagi, you kena tunggu dia keluar. You click Anaconda, open it, so dia akan keluar yang ini, Anaconda Navigator. Have you have the Anaconda Navigator?
Yes, dah ada.
Ada tak ni? You open tak?
Kena
Cuba
tekan.
doktor buka.
I punya tak tahu pergi mana dah ni. Nanti dia hang lagi dekat I punya komputer. Because I don't want my computer to hang. Nanti I nak ajar tak boleh. Saya punya komputer pun dah tua ni. My computer is quite old also.
Okay.
Tapi memang macam ni.
Sebab macam untuk pertama kali bila download tu memang jadi macam ni kan doktor kan? Saya dah buat macam ni dah. Lepas tu bila nak dia klik install button tu dekat mana nak tahu?
Saya dah install lama ni. Ni you klik launch dia tak keluar.
Dia tak keluar.
Bila open Anaconda nanti dia lama macam ni baru keluar.
Oh, maknanya kena tunggu lama-lama baru keluar yang black ni
Kena tunggu sebab komputer kita bukannya superkomputer. So dia kena lama macam ni baru dia akan keluar yang Anaconda Navigator kan. You gonna come out benda ni and then you click launch. You need to install this. Launch this. Kalau you tak launch dia tak ada lah. That's why I ask you to follow the instruction until you hari tu tak sampai ini ke? You tak follow habis. You tak sampai ini. Have you complete until this step?
Saya sebenarnya dah download dah yang benda Allah kan nanti dia suruh kita kena check apa benda yang ada dekat pattern tu kan doktor kan?
Ada sampai sini belum?
Dah, kalau sebab saya terus tekan daripada Anaconda tu saya tekan launch, saya tak download kiranya tak install lah sebab tak perasan button install.
You pergi start ni button you tak jumpa Jupiter ke? You search kat sini, you type Jupiter dia akan come out if your computer have.
Okay, saya try ya. Jupiter.
You tak dengar tadi?
Doktor boleh tengok saya punya.
Ada ya Allah. Okay.
Tak fokus.
Sebab saya selalu buka kat Anaconda jadi saya pun pelik.
Okay, so let me check. Farhana, have you done? Not yet? Michelle?
Madam,
Yes.
dia punya Chrome tu tak keluar lah. Yang Jupiter tu dah okey. Yang Chrome tu tak ada.
Lambat lagi ke? You punya komputer old school
Windows 7.
Oh, Windows 7 you kena check boleh ke tak boleh ni. Setahu saya Windows 7 macamnya tak boleh.
Oh.
Sen lepas ada student yang sampai beli komputer baru?
Tapi tadi dia dah keluar, madam. Lepas tu dia hilang.
Keluar yang apa? Keluar yang ini?
Yang, tapi saya dah terpangkah.
Kalau dah terpangkar, you kena buka balik lah.
Saya buka balik tapi dia lambat. Dia tak naik lagi.
Macam mana saya nak bantu ni? You punya komputer yang masalah ni. Okay. And others. Tadi yang siapa ni lagi? Ada masalah. Siapa lagi
Doktor,
belum?
nak tanya. Kalau sebelum ni kan, saya kan buka daripada Anaconda kan, saya tak terus direct buka daripada Jupiter tu sebab baru tahu. Lepas tu saya dah download daripada, maknanya daripada Anaconda tu, saya tekan yang Jupiter ni, lepas tu saya dah check.
Kalau you dah ada ni, maksudnya dekat sini you dah ada ni, maksudnya dah ada dekat you punya komputer dah.
Okay. So kiranya kalau kita dah download yang kan ada yang, so apa benda yang macam tak ada tu kan, doktor suruh download yang ada dia punya.
Ini you boleh check dekat apps yang you install kan?
Sorry.
You nampak Jupiter kan? You boleh check you dah install ke belum kat sini.
Okay.
Baik. Any that still allow student not raise your hand. Are you having problems to install the software? Please raise your hand if you already.
Dia sampai keluar in lah. IN tu. Lepas tu ada bracket.
What are you talking?
Bila dah tekan dekat tu. Python
I
3 tu.
stop presenting, you show me. You show me your screen, is it okay?
Saya guna phone. Dekat
You guna phone?
Meet guna phone.
Masuk?
I buka dekat ni, laptop yang ni. Python ni.
Jadi you macam mana I nak tengok you punya screen for this subject?
Saya buka kamera boleh buat kamera.
You tak nampak, I buka semua satu screen semua orang. Macam mana I nak tengok you punya screen macam ni? Impossible lah. Impossible for me to do it, okay? Because I need to look at everyone, it's impossible. You ask me to look at your webcam on how you program. For this program, class on next week onward, you must using your computer for the Google Meet. Also, I will ask you once the program finish, you need to show me. Else you cannot leave the class. Siapa lambat, dia lambat balik lah. Dia lambat habis kelas. Who show me late, then you will finish the class late. Who show me earlier, you can quit the class early. Okay? So for this week, we will take some time. Okay, I still at here first. I will check a little bit more. So now, Azim, have you able to install?
I dah tekan tu dah. Apa tu? Python 3 tu.
Oh, if you done already, you raise up your hand because I'm checking who not yet done.
Okay.
You raise your hand first. So I want to check who is not yet raise up your hand. Nakyudin, have you? Nakyudin?
Okay, doktor, okay.
You tak raise up your hand. You try raise up your hand. Right hand, you click the right hand. Okay, you done. Abdi Riza, have you done? Abdi Razak?
Ya, doktor.
Then you raise your hand. I want to see. You already at here?
No, doctor. Some have a problem in computer.
So I already told to install, right?
No yet, because install in some problem in my Windows or computer.
You need to get it. By next week, if you cannot get it, I will not be okay with it.
Okay. I did it.
You need
Next
to do it
week.
now.
Okay.
Saranya, have you done it? Saranya? For this subject, I will keep checking with everyone. So make sure you are ready. Because this is coding. Have you opened until this?
Yes, doctor.
Then you raise up your hand because I'm checking. So ini siapa yang belum lagi ni?
Okay.
Syazwin, you have not yet, right? Adli? Saranya, please raise your hand.
I'm downloading the Python, Doktor.
Okay.
Tengah download.
Ini siapa lagi ni? I tak nampak ni. Nama dia. Panjang sangat, I nampak Muhammad je.
Doktor, saya nak tanyakan untuk kawan saya. Dia ada problem sikit. Dia dah install semua. Lepas tu time dia buka Jupyter notebook tu, dia macam mana, dia dah launch, tiba-tiba dia tak buka Chrome, dia buka VLC. Macam mana tu?
Kenapa tu?
Saya pun tak tahu.
Saya pun tak tahu. Nanti tapi boleh pakai ke tak? Kenapa pergi VLC? Dia pakai,
Macam mana tu?
suruh dia uninstall VLC itulah.
Okay. Thank you doktor.
Okay, saya rasa boleh je buka di Chrome. Adli,
tu dia-
have you done? Have you until here?
Yang tadi tu Adli lah. Yang tadi tu Adli.
Adli.
Adli punya case.
Okay. So for the rest yang tinggal, I cannot do anything. I want to continue the class. You make sure you can do it. No matter what, don't worry. I have the recorded one. Next time onward, you must have it. So you can see that once you open, it will either go to your Chrome, okay, or either go to your Explorer, but normally you go to the Chrome. So you go to this, you click new one. So everyone, you click new. You go to Python 3. Because you install Python 3, we will use Python 3. So you click Python 3. So it will open for you to do the coding. Okay, then you wait. So everyone is already here?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Then for the very first one, very, very easy one, you just have to type this. Let me do something. Right here, okay, you type this. You just type this. Open bigger for you to see. Okay? Ya, big sangat pula. Can everyone see this? You type at your Python, print, hello UTSM, welcome all. Make sure every bracket, everything you type correct.
Oh, Doktor, print tu pun nak kena tulis
Yes. Do not miss any single things because this is the programming language. Satu pun jangan tinggal. Semua type ni dulu. It's easy, right? Okay, you can remove your raise hand. And siapa yang dah siap type nanti you raise hand. Semua everyone hands down, hands down. Put your hand down. Don't you put your hands up first.
Okay.
Okay, Doktor.
Penat tu tangan macam ni kan?
Betul.
Lepu, Doktor, lepu.
You slowly. We only have 2 codings today. I want you to get familiar with it. Sabar. Saya dah ajar coding ni dah bersen-sen dah, bertahun dah. Slow, I dah cukup slow lah. I tahu you boleh buat ni. Nanti I ajar you macam mana nak run je. Everyone type this first. Those who already finished typing this, then you raise your hand. I want to see mostly when you're done, then I will guide you on how to run it. Okay, still a little bit more to go. Then I will show you how to run it.
Doktor, lepas bracket tu space ke tak ada space? Before
Tak ada space. You pergi enter next je.
Okay.
Okay. This one you want to have space, no space, okay, no problem.
Oh, kalau rapat-rapat pun tak apa doktor eh?
Tak apa. You want rapat? You rapat-rapat pun tak masalah. Tapi okay, so mostly have done. So here is the title. So you can name it to, let's say, first coding. First. Kenapa? Wait, wait. My keyboard pula dia tak detect. Wait . Okay, so everyone you can rename it. It's keep changing. Wait. Bukan you guys yang masalah. I punya komputer ni pun kadang-kadang protes juga ni. Okay, can you hear me? Testing.
Kan.
Saya dengar.
Kan.
Dia suruh beli laptop baru.
Apa doktor? Dia suruh beli kat Shopee tu doktor.
First first coding. You can name it that first coding. Welcome UTHM. Later I will show you where is it going. So you can change the title name, you rename it. So see, it will change to this name. So everyone, you can try to change the name to first coding, welcome UTHM. Already changed?
Yes.
Okay, then you go to the home. It's supposed to be at here. First coding, welcome UTHM.ipynb. This is it. At your home. Tadi, you was open the home first, right? And then when you open the new one, so it will go to this. So you save the name as the first coding, welcome UTHM, so you can find the file next time in this, when you open the home. You see, I have many I done before, so it will all appears here. So if you want to remember it easier, so you can give it a special name. If not like this, you can see Untitled 123. I don't know what I have done before also. Are you clear?
Clear.
So this is the name. And then after that, you can click run. So once you click run, it will run this result and it will show the output here. So input this, it will show you this. Welcome UTHM, hello UTHM, welcome all. Everyone, you get this run until here?
Yes.
Hi everyone.
Yes, doctor.
Okay, so basically this is the commands to print output. Prints mean is giving you output. Okay. So done for this. So wait, let we go to our slide. Okay. So I don't want to open the PowerPoint first because it's just simple. So integrated developer environments IDE is an integrated development environment or IDE combine all the tools needed to write, compile, and debug a program into single software applications. So for example, like Visual C++, Boolean C++, Builder, Core Warrior, Wing IDE, or anything. So Jupyter also is one IDE. We are now using Jupyter. Okay, so this is the first one you have typed before. Just now the welcome, hello UTHM, welcome all. So this is the coding you first done. Okay, so this is the first coding you have done. You can see that if you want to type more, you can type more. Print. Okay, and then in the bracket, saya ngantuk, I am sleepy. And then you stop the kernel, interrupting it, and then you rerun it. So it will show you the input and show you the output again. Okay, so for now, I want you to type this. I have another coding for you. Okay, which is if you have the PowerPoint, it will be at here. I will give you the codings here. Okay, so you have to type this. Okay, so can you do it now? This is the second coding and the last coding for today. Today only 2 codings. Can you do it now? Can, right?
We try.
Yeah, you will able to do it. This is the easy one.
Doktor nak tanya yang atas ni nak kena buat baru ke? Nak buat baru ke nak sambung je?
You can sambung, you can add in the same one, no problem. You can add cell, so you can see that it will add more cell. If you want to cut, you just cut. The scissor, you can see this is add, this is cut. Okay, I zoom out. So just now you have done first, right? You can add. So it will come out another one, or if you want to cut, you can cut. Okay? So you can explore more by yourself about this coding, or if you want to do it at another one, if you want to open new one, then you can open new one. But for this, I think you can just do it together because it won't disturb. This is another cell. Okay? So you can do it this. You want me to zoom it out? Zoom in for you? Okay, you just
Yes,
type.
Doktor.
You type this until the area here.
Oh, this program is calculate area of rectangular tu pun kena tulis lah.
Yes, every single thing. You need to type all this. Don't miss out anything.
Alright.
Do it now. And you can put down your hand again. Once you complete, you raise up your hand. Those who are not able to install the software today, get installed or else you will get stuck next time. Then once you complete, you can raise up your hand. So once everyone complete, then I will explain.
Doktor, tulisan besar kecil tu nak ikut gak ke tak payah?
Kalau you follow exactly the same first,
Oh, okay.
later
Thank
I
you.
can explain it. You follow dulu, sebiji.
Alright, Doktor.
Let me close some unnecessary file first.
Doktor.
Hmm.
Doktor, yang nombor 3 tu kan, ada berapa banyak equal dia?
Oh, itu tak apa. This one you can simply do anything. Inside the print is just string.
Boleh
So
buat
this one,
berapa banyak je lah. Boleh buat berapa banyak je lah.
this one is to make it nice, sweet gitu.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, everyone. Oh, ada seorang dah siap Three, okay. The rest, take your time. The rest, taking your time, don't worry. Once you complete, you ready, you must click run and check either this one come out or not. So if, yeah, what I did. Wait. Wait, what I did. So once you complete, you need to make sure you run. Okay, you run. Stop the kernel first. Why do you don't want to run? No, I don't want to run away. Okay, you key in 2, 3. It will show you 6.0 like this. Everyone do until you can get the result like this. You run. Okay, you think more people done this? Okay, few more to go. Fahana, you punya komputer dah okay belum?
Dah madam. Saya buat task 1 dulu.
Okay. Shazwin haven't successfully installed. Afif,
Belum lagi. Ada sikit lagi doktor.
Okay.
Line internet saya slow.
you guys in the hostel is it?
Kau kat hotel ni. Betul.
Huh?
Kau kat hotel.
Oh, I rasa I pun masalah nak tak dengar sangat ni. Afif, I cannot hear you.
Doktor. Saya buat task 1 tu saya kena run ke?
You boleh buat yang task 2 ni terus juga. Task 1 tu you run pun dia akan keluar yang welcome UTSM tu kan? Hello UTSM. Oh, internet slow. Ini you pakai ini tak ada internet pun dia tak masalah lah. Yeah, you run, you get that and then you go to this one.
Oh, okay madam.
Danish, are you okay Danish? Hafisa pun belum. Liu Zhengyong, you done?
Tak payah guna line pun boleh doktor.
You guna klik kan baru dia run kan?
Okay doktor.
Oh, I dengar the sound of. Okay, so when you run, you will come out 3.6.0, right? Everyone? Nakyudin, have you done? Jazrin belum update result pun ada masalah.
Not yet, doktor.
You tengah type lagi ya?
Tunggu.
Rubashini,
Yes,
have you
doktor.
done?
Yeah, done.
You raise your
Yes.
hand, show me, or else you will being asked. Those raise your hand, I assume you already done, don't lie to me. This subject, I will keep checking everyone you done or not. If in the class, I will make a rotation, rotate every single chair. Take a look. Later, I will explain each component, I think in chapter this one. Yeah, it will explain one by one what is this. I'll give you.
Lepas start run terus Dr. kan?
You have to.
Lepas start kita run terus.
Lepas habis you type, you run.
Okay.
So once you click run, it will appear enter length. So you key in enter length. You key in any value, you know the answer. So you can check is it correct.
Oh, maknanya tak kisah apa-apa nilai lah Dr.
Tak, asalkan you tahu apa jawapan dia. I will explain why later. Okay, you follow first. Then I explain to you what is this. Because if I explain the single component first, you will get sleepy.
Alright Dr.
Okay, do it.
Doktor nak tanya. Sebab tadi saya terkat yang apa welcome UTSM tu. Nanti dia keluar kat mana
Dah keluar dah hilang dah.
Ya.
You type balik je. Dia dah kena cut macam mana?
Oh ya, tak latest
Tak apa, itu you sendiri simpan je. Ini tak ada untuk apa, just you simpan je.
Okay.
Okay. Ada lagi? Any other questions? Mostly everyone done, okay? So, this is a very basic program that we are going through. And from this, we will expand and extend the difficulties. Okay, I will make it more complicated and complicate each class. Okay, from this kira one rectangular section, it will become like selections, repetitions, and so on. So, let me go to the slides. Okay, so I will go to explain the details. So commons, are you ready?
Yes, Doctor.
Yes.
Okay, so you can put down your hand. I know every one of you penat tangan ke atas. Okay, so commons elements in programming language, you have keywords, programmer defined identifiers, operators, punctuations, and syntax. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements are all in the program that just now you type. Okay. So these are all programming language. So for example, the program 1-1, this one you already typed. Okay. So this program is to calculate area of rectangular. In your coding, this one is not showing in the output, right? Nothing show, right?
Yes.
Okay, because after this pound sign, this hashtag is pound sign, the name pound sign. It's just not for the programmer. Orang takkan nampak programmer bila buka coding tu baru akan nampak. This is for you to make notes. Okay? And print. If you want to have a spacing, you put in the quotation mark. This one you put nothing, it will give you a single spacing. Means satu line yang kosong. Okay? And then after that you print area calculator for rectangular. So this one it will show you the display as area calculator for rectangular, and it will give you the dash line. After that it will ask you the input, okay? Float input, enter length. But then it will not show you this. Later I will explain what is this. Okay? Enter length, and once you enter, it will ask you to enter the width. So this area equal to length times width is the process. It will not show in the display because it's not printing. You have nothing about this, right? The quotation mark. It's not showing. And then print area of rectangular is. and then it will call this result. You see the area and area here is the same. Okay, I go to next. So once you run it, you will come out area calculator for rectangular, and the dashed line is here. Here you can see here is a space because you have put the single line here. Okay, and then you enter length, you key in 5, and then it will come out. Another one is enter width is 10. So 5 times 10 we know is 50, right? If the answer showing you is not 50, means your answer is incorrect. Means your coding is something wrong. So you need to double check. So this is what we call validation of the coding. That's why I said you need to key in the value that you know what is the output. Like 2 times 3, you know must be 6. If 2 times 3 come out 5, means maybe you have doing something wrong here. Maybe sometimes you accidentally you put plus sign, additional sign, okay, multiplication sign, you put division sign, and so on. It can be happen, and sometimes it really happens. So this is the basic program for this. So we go through the elements. So what is keywords? Okay, keywords is also known as reserved words. Means that in the program it's already have its own meanings. You cannot use it for other things. If you use it for other things, it will show you errors. So never ever use it for other purpose. So for example, for the coding, you have print. Print means you display the output. And float is for digital number. Means with the number with decimal points. Means that you can accept the number for 2.56789, 1.23, 1.00. If you put int for integer, then you can only put 1, 2, 3. You cannot put decimal points. If you put decimal points, also it will take only the number. Let's say you put in 2.34. The program will only take 2. Let's say you put 2.99. The program will still only take 2. Why? It will not consider the decimal points number, and it will not change it from 2.99 to 3. No, it will only take the digital number, the integer number. Okay. So for input means you get input from the user. Okay. So this is example keywords in the program. It is already designed for the meanings that it carries. You cannot use it for other things. And then it is also sensitive with the capital letter or non-capital letter. For this is all small letter. It's not capital letter. Okay. So for example, you can see this is what I explained. You can see the print, float, input are all keywords. You cannot use it for other things. Okay. So what is programmer defined identifiers? So this is the name you make up by the programmers. So now you know you want to calculate an area of rectangular. For sure, you know you need to have the length, the width, and the area. So you can name these 3 things, length, width, and area, as the name. This is what you define identifier. The name that you decide for the variables. Okay, which is called identifiers. Okay, which is called define identifiers here. Okay, and then names made out by the programmer, not part of the Python language. As I said, the keywords, you cannot use it for other things. So you cannot use like just now float, print as the name. Okay, you can name it as anything, but you cannot name those variables with keywords. So used to represent various things like variables. Okay, you can name it as X, Y, Z, but why you better don't name this as X, Y, Z? Do you know why? Anyone? Can you get the idea why you name it with meanings instead of just put A, B, C, D, E, F?
Sebab nanti takut pening.
And then one thing is, if you are the programmer, you do a program, maybe that program you will use it for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. If you put X, Y, Z, our human being brain, we cannot remember so long. So you name it something with meanings that it will carry, so you can remember it, and then it's easier for you to trace back when next time other user or you yourself want to trace it back, or you want to have a maintenance, you want to make it update. So instead of using A, B, C, X, Y, Z, okay, you can use the real name that bringing the meanings. Or else, if you want to simplify the name, you can use a note sign and make some note in there, like ABC is stand for length, width is stand XYZ is stand for width. So the user and the programmer, when you rechecking the program, you will know the meanings. Okay, so this is define identifiers. You can see the length, width, and area. This is all named by yourself, and it is sensitive with capital letter. So a capital or small letter. So once here you put the small letter, you need to use the small letter. Okay. So you can see that here, the length here and the length here is all same, right? And the width here, using small letter here, also small letter, right? The area here, small letter here, also area here, small letter, right? If you accidentally type this small and this is capital, your program will be error. If you type this small, this is capital, the program also will be error. Okay? So it is sensitive for the letters. And then operators. For this program, you have used the arithmetic and the assignments. Okay? Used to perform on data. This one we will explain more in the chapter 4. This is just appetizer for this course. So for example, this is the assignment tools. You assign width equal to floating, which is a decimal number with decimal points. And then you need to get it from the user, from the input that user key in. Input, enter width. So once user key in the width value, so you will get it. Okay, so you assign it to the width. And then this is the operator from the arithmetics. Mean area is equal to length multiply width. Okay, so punctuations. Punctuations also important. You cannot put the wrong punctuations. You put the wrong punctuation, you miss the punctuation, also you will get error. Okay, so character that mark the end of a statement or that separate items in a list. So for example, you have comma, you have the quotation marks. So in this program, you see you have the quotation mark here. Inside the bracket of this print, you will have the quotation mark. Inside the quotation mark, we call it string. Okay, string. So this is string. Don't confuse, it's okay. Next, we will explain more. So you just remember this is string. Okay, and then you can see this quotation mark at the comma here. Means that after you print area of rectangular is, okay, then you will call out the result. In the comma, you will call out the value of area. Okay, so it will appear the values. And syntax. What is syntax? This is the rule of grammar that must be followed when write a program. Control the use of keywords, operators, program defined symbols, punctuations. Okay, syntax means follow the rules step by step and A to Z. All the things you must be correct. If one thing wrong, it will be error. And if you want to do like this, for example, you cannot suddenly you print area of rectangular is at the top and then you go to calculate. You must one by one. First, you telling the user what you want to calculate, and then you get the values from the user for the length and width. You make the equations to calculate, and then you display the result. You don't do like you calculate, you display the result, you do the calculation, and then you get the value. Cannot. You must follow the rules. Okay? Follow the syntax. Okay, so variable is a name, storage, location in the computer memory for holding a piece of data. So in the program one, we use 3 variables, which is the length to hold the rectangular length, the width to hold the width of rectangular, and the area is to hold the area of rectangular. Okay, so definitions that just now I explained, you define float. Okay, so you define it as float. You can define also as integer and so on. Okay, So there are many different types of data you will learn in this course, and variable hold specific type of data like float, integer, and so on. So the variable definition specifies the type of data a variable can hold and the variable names. Okay, so for this example, the float. Okay, so basically there are 3 steps for a program, which is the input, process, and output. Okay, input is you gather the input data from keyboard or files from this drive. If you have the complicated program, you will extract the file from the Excel file, and then you make it become the input, and then you process the input data, and then you display the output data. So this is input, process, and output. Okay, so the programming process, there are 9 steps. So first, clearly define what is the program to do. Okay, you need to know. And then visualize the program running on the computer. Okay, you need to visualize, you need to think first. So first, like your boss will tell you, hey, you need to make a program to calculate rectangular shape area. So you already get this topic, you need to visualize first what you want it to become in the computer. And then third, you write down with either flowchart or pseudocode to create the hierarchy chart, like step by step what you have to do. Like step 1, you get the length. Step 2, you get the height. Step 3, calculate. Step 4, display. Okay, and then check the model for logical errors. Okay, after that you check, is it correct or not the step. So after done, you can type the coding, you save it and compile it like what you have done today. You type the coding, you save it and you compile it, you run it. Okay, so correct any errors. So let's say you run it and then it's showing you errors. For sure, you need to correct it. Okay, repeat step 5 and step 6 as many times as necessary. So if you keep having errors, maybe your error is not 1. So you need to correct many times until it's been done perfectly. And then you run the program with test data. That's why I asked you to key in a data set that you know the answer, like 2 times 3 is 6. 5 times 10 is 50. So you know it. If the answer come out is not what you desire, means something wrong. And number 8, correct any errors found while running the program. Okay, so repeat step 5 to 8 as many times as necessary. So let's say your data is, you run the test data and keep giving you error results. So you need to keep checking, keep revise the errors until it's giving you the correct answer. And then validate the result of the program. So that's basically, this is how a program works from the beginning to the end until you get the result. Okay, so this is nothing. So for today, you will have a tutorial 1, okay, which is write a program to print the following output. This one have I created in the programming one? Let me check. I have no sound, no voice. Let me check, have I do this? I haven't uploaded it yet. So once I upload in the Google Classroom, so you will have to submit it as the assignment 1. I will create the assignment for this. Okay. So first, write a program to print the following output. Just now you already practiced the welcome UTSM, right? Hello UTSM. This is just similar to that. And then number 2 is write a program that will print your name and matrix number. Please use the programming instruction you have learned to produce a creative output. Okay, so these 2 are just simple program. You can do it, print screen, and then submit to the Google Classroom assignment later. Any questions? I have not yet created this, so you just wait first. So for chapter 3 later, I will upload the notes. Is it okay, everyone?
All right, Doctor.
The due date will be next week during class time, before class time. So for those who not yet successfully installed, you still have 1 week time for you to learn and do this assignment. So for week 1 to for this week, we are just go to the very basic things. You must complete this. And next week, we will go to flowchart and pseudocode. That one you need to prepare pen and pencil and pen and paper, and better a ruler. Okay, that one you need to write things. You get what I mean? Next week we will learn about pseudocode and flowchart. Okay, everyone? Any
Okay,
questions?
Doctor.
Okay, Doktor.
I have finished the class today. If no questions, we can end the class today. By the way, tadi siapa tu tak datang Apa nama dia yang seorang tu?
Makron.
Ha? Nama dia siapa tadi tu?
Makron.
Memang dia tak ada
Dia ada program, doktor.
Program apa? Nanti suruh dia contact saya
Okey, doktor.
Okay, bye. You can quit the class.
Doktor, sebelum tu.
Ah.
Nota yang satu lagi yang doktor tunjuk slide tadi dah ada kat ni ke? Google Classroom ke?
Belum, dah ada tapi I belum post lagi. Kejap lagi I post.
Okay.
Kejap lagi I post. I dah tak ada soalan.
Doktor, apa orang panggil, nak hantar kat mana nanti? Ke Google Classroom
Ya, Google Classroom. Nanti I create assignments.
Oh, lepas tu macam mana nak hantar doktor daripada apa orang panggil, Jupiter ni?
You print screen lah.
Okay.
You print screen and then you save in the Word format. You get what I mean? You print screen it and then you crop dia, you masuk dalam Word.
Kalau ambil gambar boleh tak?
Boleh juga asalkan I boleh nampak.
Okay. Terima kasih.
Okay, this one I still give you the print screen lah, but maybe some of the program you need to do it handwriting because your test 1, test 2 all handwriting tak ada typing. Okay, and then who is raising the one that raised out your hand? You have questions, Sautong, apa nama dia? I nampak Sautong saja.
No.
No? Okay, so you can leave the classroom if you have no questions. For those who have anything to ask me, you can stay and then ask me.
Doktor,
Nak
video ni boleh?
apa?
Video
Boleh.
record.
I will stop recording after that and then I will post it in the Google Classroom.
Okay, thank you, Doktor.
Okay. Welcome. I will give you the video, don't worry. I will stop the video. Okay. I will stop the video recording.
Doctor.
Doktor.